Now, given that The Mandalorian Season 2 is now over and a thing of the past, a lot of fans around the world are looking forward to the Book of Boba Fett, Mando Season 3 and Season 4, and let's not forget about the Ahsoka Tano series, just to name a few. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one surprising aspect of The Mandalorian Season 2's end was the introduction of young Luke Skywalker coming into the mix, pretty much as a Jedi Master, and showing us exactly how well Disney and Lucasfilm were able to pull things off. Now, of course, there's a lot of criticism out there, not, on a grand scale, but there is criticism out there about how they did the CGI of Luke's face. Now, Max Lloyd-Jones had a role as Luke in a very unique way, but the overall, what they like to call the deepfake, if you will, or the de-aging technology or the CGI work that was done to actually do this and pull it off in secret for Mandalorian Season 2 before they use Sebastian Stan for Season 3 and 4 was really a big and excellent job by Disney without a doubt. Now, on top of all of this, what's really exciting all has to do with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau's plan for the future of the character of Luke Skywalker and exactly where it's all going to go in, of course, Episode 9, or should I say, how it's going to reflect on Episode 9 as a movie. So they're ultimately trying to establish many different retcons that's going to have a major reflection on Episode 9 and Episode 8 specifically. Now, given that The Mandalorian Season 2 is now over, Disney and Lucasfilm are primarily focused on expanding their key characters within the Star Wars franchise. It's noted that as of right now, creators Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are working together closely as well on Mando Season 3 and 4 to bring everything together. However, after Season 2's end, Dave Filoni recently gave an interview discussing the many reveals in the second season's finale. At one point in time, Dave Filoni teased the future of Luke Skywalker and that the fans are going to watch him evolve as a character and that they will be borrowing aspects of Luke from Star Wars Legends to fulfill the character. Filoni continued to unveil that Grogu will be central to Luke's development as a character in this universe that they are currently building with Lucas and Favreau to create a new spin on Luke's life as a Jedi Master in comparison to how it was done in Star Wars Legends. Filoni continued to state that when creating Luke Skywalker's design for Mandalorian Season 2, they actually met up with George Lucas to figure out what would be best for Luke's design. Lucas insisted to use Luke's design from Return of the Jedi, since through George's eyes, this is the design of Luke that the fans favor the most. Filoni also unveiled that they originally were going to go with a different version of Luke while developing the final episode, revealing that originally they had a plan to have Luke appear in his Jedi ceremonial robes. Now let me stop right here for a second in case you guys don't know what that really is. The ceremonial robes are the Jedi Master robes that we do see in the sequel trilogy movies. However, instead of the traditional ceremonial robes, they decided to stick with the black cloak design as instructed by George Lucas. This was changed at one point in time at last minute. So let's stop right there for a second. Now, Dave Filoni obviously knows what he's doing with Jon Favreau and Peyton, who directed the episode. I gotta say they did a fantastic job by bringing Luke back into the mix. Moving on. Now, additionally, at one point in time, they had planned to use Luke Skywalker as a character to use 2 lightsabers to take on the Dark Troopers that are droid-like stormtroopers in the hallway scene. However, instead, they decided to actually stick with the 1 green lightsaber. This way, fans could immediately know and create the build-up that it was indeed their fan-favorite character, Luke Skywalker. So, I can see as to why they dropped the 2 lightsaber design. In my opinion, it may have been a little too over the top for fans, but it would have been amazing as anything. Now, given that they stuck with the 1 green lightsaber design, that was significant enough for me, and I feel like that's the more authentic way to go, because Luke having 2 sabers may have been a little too similar to what we got with Ahsoka Tano. Just saying, it was nice to kind of mix it up and just stick with the original ways of Luke. So Season 3, as we went over in the last video, if you guys did not catch it, go ahead and check it out. This is actually going to take place years ahead, to the point where they can actually bring in Ben Solo as a young adult / teenager, and how they can actually show the fans Grogu's progression, essentially, throughout his Jedi training. So this is going to be a very interesting setup. A lot of fans are very excited to see exactly where things are going to go for The Mandalorian Chapter 17, mind you, which is going to be the next chapter, starting off in Season 3. The book of Boba Fett, by the way, is going to be a mini-series. It's not labeled as Season 3. So I know it's a common misconception, but it's actually completely separate from Season 3 of The Mandalorian. They are not done with Mandalorian at all. They are just getting started. So like I said before in the past, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.